At it again, and there has been some new stuff that has come out of this entire assassination attempt on Uncle Trump, and one clip that you guys are not going to want to miss. Okay, you're definitely not going to want to miss the clip that I just came across. My goodness, because if it is real, whoa, this changes everything. Completely changes everything. But before we get into all of that, I do want to show you guys this clip of Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheadle being confronted by some GOP senators, one including Marsha Blackburn. I'm not going to play the whole video because it's 4 minutes long, and most of it is them talking to her before. Well, here's the clip. I'm going to skip through some of it, though.
In Pennsylvania at a time when he'd already been alerted.
So here's Kimberly Cheadle. I think this is Marsha Blackburn. I think this is actually, oh crap, what is his name? I'm terrible with names. So if you guys know these gentlemen's names, I feel like I know who this guy is. I definitely know who this guy is. I've seen his face. I'm pretty sure this is the same guy, but let's continue.
There was somebody with a spotter, all these situations already identified an hour before, and you let him go on stage without the knowledge of him, the team on the ground, and you put him within less than an inch of his life. So resignation or full explanation to us right now.
We are trying to get our questions out, and he never was running the bar. If they know it again, the director, who was nearly killed. You need an hour out, you have a suspicious person, and at 5:51, according to the timeline of your deputy, you identified a potential threat. And then at 5:52, you told, or someone told, that the sniper, that he was there, but can you give us an explanation? Why would anyone allow the president to go on stage when you know you've got a potential threat and you've got snipers that are trained? Why? I don't think that this is a threat at all.
Well, you hung up on. We're here. You cut out the meeting.
When he mentions that she hung up on them, so allegedly there was a meeting over the phone where members, Democrat members as well as Republican members were on the phone call, and apparently if you pressed a button or something, you were put into, some kind of queue where she could, click on it and you could ask them a question. Apparently, a lot of the Republican members didn't get to ask any questions. I think there was, the report that I saw, there was like 5 questions asked, and like 3 or 4 of them were Democrats who got to ask the question, and then the call ended, like they left, which is what he was just talking about there. You hung up on us. That's why I believe he mentioned that. But this happened immediately after he said that.
Please welcome Afghanistan incredibly.
Go ahead, son.
So yeah, you guys get it. I'm not gonna finish that video out because there's like another minute of her basically storming off and the Republican senators following her, berating her and asking her, hey, we need answers because you hung up on us. You need to resign. I do want to play this clip as well, and I'm gonna get to the clip that I said right after this clip. Okay, so stick around. I'm gonna show you guys the clip that is gonna absolutely blow your mind. But check this out.
I mean, I just talked to one of the agents a few hours ago. I talked to some Sunday. The agents are pissed. They're frustrated. They've repeatedly asked for resources. Donald Trump isn't your normal average former president. He's not Jimmy Carter sitting in the old folks' home. And oh, by the way, some other things are coming out, like the shooter had 3 encrypted accounts overseas. At the same time, we're having an Iranian plot. So, I mean, I think this is going to go much broader, much deeper, but the agents are going to hold her to account. Their lives on the lines, and she was not giving the resources they were requesting. But one other thing, Jesse, that Pittsburgh field office was the one responsible for the advance. That was clearly not done appropriately and distracted by Dr. Jill.
And the Pittsburgh field office was also responsible for covering up that bribery Ukraine tip that came in as well. Are you saying that you're getting information that says there's encrypted communications between crooks and foreign sources?
No, what we know, and this was on the briefing we just received, he had 3 encrypted overseas accounts the FBI is trying to get into.
What do you mean by overseas accounts?
Well, we know that they were based in servers overseas, and so you've got to work over there with the FBI liaisons overseas to start getting into them through their authorities.
Do you believe this attempt on the former president's life has some sort of foreign nexus?
Well, we know the Iranians have been trying for years, not only him, but everybody, Pompeo and others, involved in the Soleimani strike. And we also know, it's finally come out, many of us have been fighting this for years, that they pulled National Security Advisor O'Brien's detail completely away. He's had to go to his own private security and local law enforcement. So there is all kinds of issues here. And we're going to get to the bottom of it starting on Monday.
Yeah, I'm just not so sure I believe everything that I'm being told about what's inside his phone yet. I just don't trust the people doing this investigation.
So lots and lots of new information coming out of this situation, including this video here that I'm about to show you. And it is allegedly, I will say allegedly, I cannot confirm. The video is a little grainy, okay? Which always happens to be the case with these types of videos. Like, wow, why is that always the case? It's always grainy. Like when we need some good information, it's always fuzzy. It's never 1080p or 4K. It's never that. It's just man. But so I will admit this video could be false. I do want to acknowledge that. As always, you know how I always do. I'll let you guys know when I got some good information. I tell you, and I bring the clips to back it up. When I don't, I let you guys know. Okay, I'm fair and honest that way. So allegedly, people are speculating that this is FBI Assistant Director Janine DeGespie. I'm sure I'm butchering her name. Well, allegedly, she might have signaled something to the shooter. Allegedly. This could be fake. This may not even be her. Even if, even if this is a real video, this may not actually be her. Okay? This is just speculating. This is just speculation. Check out the video clip.
This shit, dude. Watch. Watch. She sits down. Yep. Watch this. Puts the sign up.
Take a look at what happened.
Shots go off.
She's completely normal. And then watch.
And then she's got her.
What the fuck? What the fuck? People are freaking out.
And she's filming.
And she's just like right there. She's not even freaking the fuck out. What the fuck?
So, if we're being fair, okay, the person who was recording this video didn't freak out completely. Now, I don't know where this footage exactly came from. I don't know if this was like the actual news and somebody like zoomed in and that's why this footage is grainy. Like this actually came from, you know, one of the news folks that were there and somebody took that video and zoomed in and that's why you have this fuzzy type of footage. And that's why, you know, the camera doesn't fall, because you heard the guy in the background. Like she stands up, she looks, she sits down, She puts the sign up, and then the shots go off. Now, that could obviously be a coincidence. I will admit that. It is interesting, though, considering everything that's surrounding this entire thing, including the water tower story, which I don't know if I saved that clip, but allegedly there was a water tower off in the distance as well, and now that water tower has been blocked off and has police protection covering the area. So if anybody wanted to walk over to the water tower, there's a policeman there. Allegedly. I have to say allegedly. So that's interesting too, because people speculated that there were two shooters. There was the one on the roof that we obviously saw, and there were some graphic images online, which I'm not going to show you here. But some people say that there was another one on the water tower. Whether you believe that or not, y'all can let me know in the comment section. But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you guys think this video that I just showed you is genuine? Is this her? And you can see her picture right down here at the bottom of your screen. As a matter of fact, here, I can zoom that in just a little bit so you guys can get a little bit of a better look. Do you think that is her? What do you think? My gut feeling is no. That doesn't seem like the same person to me. But it is an interesting video clip that I wanted to show you guys and get your thoughts and your opinions on this because, like I said, obviously this is a historic moment. This is absolutely insane. We were millimeters away from this entire thing going a completely different direction. If it's true, I wouldn't be surprised, right? I wouldn't be shocked because, as people have said in the past, what's his name? Andrew Tate, Tucker Carlson, and others, amongst others. First, they tried to silence him. You guys remember they banned him, and people were clapping for it, and then immediately they started banning everybody else, which people don't think. Like, whatever they do to him, they're eventually going to do to you. And that was proof of it. First, they banned him, kicked him off social media, the whole nine, right? Then they indicted him. They tried to arrest him, throw him underneath the jail. That ain't work. Okay. Wait, no. I'm skipping one. First, they told people that he was a very bad person. You know, the whole nine. Oh, Trump bad, Trump bad, Trump bad. That didn't work. Then they tried to silence him, right? With taking him off social media and whatnot, not giving him airtime on their airwaves, right? Then they tried to arrest him, okay, which that didn't work. Obviously, Judge Eileen Cannon just threw out the case last week. I talked about that in the previous video. If you haven't seen it, definitely go and check it out. And then what's the final step? I mean, it's just logical. It's a stair step. If none of those other three worked, well then, let's take a shot. But they took their shot, allegedly, and missed. And I've said this before. I think they're going to attempt something else again because it's all they have left. It's the only thing they have left. They aren't going to win. Joe Biden is crumbling. You heard it. I showed you guys the video of Van Jones talking about how Democrats are falling apart and Republicans are coming together. Joe Biden was stopped by COVID. A bullet couldn't stop Trump. Those are Van Jones' words on CNN. You got people like Cenk Uygur saying, hey, that was a bad A moment right there when Trump stood up and he said, fight, fight, fight. That was a great moment. He showed some courage. You hear about all the chatter behind the scenes of Democrats bickering back and forth. Hey, keep Joe Biden. No, we got to get rid of Joe Biden. Then you got polls coming out. Trump's expanding his lead against Joe Biden. You see other polls where Trump is having a comfortable lead against Kamala Harris. We've seen polls where Pete Buttigieg, Gretchen Whitmer, Gavin Newsom, and I believe there was somebody else. I'm missing somebody. Where Trump was leading in the polls against them too. Like, it literally doesn't matter what they do. If we show up the way that we're supposed to show up, they're cooked. It's all they have left. It's just logical. It's just common sense. It's common sense. And, I hate to toot my own horn, but the stuff that I've been saying has actually come true, right? Case in point, when I said the Republican Party was going to look completely different, what do you know? We got people like Amber Rose standing on stage, somebody who you wouldn't have ever expected to support Donald Trump or vote for a Republican, speaking at the RNC. Now, I know some people had something to say about it, the person I will not name, but 99.9% of every other Republican absolutely loved it and thought it was a great thing. Like, we need as many people to join this train as possible. I said that. It's on videotape. Me saying that. The Republican Party, from the voters to the actual politicians, are going to look completely different. Matt Gaetz and Byron Donalds are the example of politicians that we're going to have moving forward. Okay? And we're going to have a lot more people who are like Amber Rose, as in the voting base than we've ever had before. It's just going to happen. People are waking up to the truth and realizing that Democrat Party over there, they ain't no good. No good at all. And I love it. I love it. It's about darn time. It's about darn time. That is for sure. And so, yeah, I think they're going to attempt something again. What that will be, I don't know. Whether they try to poison him, whether it's a BOMB, whether that's another shot, right? Allegedly, one guy was pine boxed outside the RNC convention. Another one was caught trying to get into the RNC convention with a gun. So I don't know. How or when. And y'all remember, this is another thing too. With all the crazy stuff that was going on before, this is another thing. I said it's going to get worse. I don't know how. I couldn't tell you exactly when. But it's just common sense. It's going to get worse. I said this months ago. And then just last weekend, you had somebody take a shot at him. And I don't think this is going to be the end. It can't be the end. Not for them. I don't see them just throwing up their hands and saying, all right, you know what? It's over. I just don't see it. I don't see that. So, I hope Trump takes, his security very, very seriously and watches those around him very, very closely. Because if I had to guess, and I hope that I'm wrong, but the next thing they're going to attempt is going to be to have someone close to him do something. Don't know what that is. Like I said, could be poison, right? Could be anything. But I think it's going to be somebody close. If I had to guess. I hope that I'm wrong. I promise you, I hope that I am wrong. But I want to say it so that hopefully Trump hears it at some point in time and he watches everyone very, very closely. As a matter of fact, he shrinks down the people that are around him, that have access to him. But anyway, y'all let me know your thoughts, your opinions. If you think I'm right, think I'm wrong. What do you guys think about this video clip? Is it real? Is it fake? Is this actually her? Like I said, I don't think that it is. I just think it's really interesting. Especially when you consider you have these video clips like this that show you time lapse.
To make sure we take back the White House, because if we do, we're going to make America better than ever before. We're going to make it.
Yeah, look, there he is.
Easy, because we have millions and millions of people in our country that shouldn't be here. Dangerous people, criminals. We have criminals. We have drug dealers. We have people that should not be here. And it's much tougher than if it happened. We have the strongest border ever. In recorded history, we're the best border. In fact, if they could ever put up a chart, I don't know if they can do it. Do you guys?
So, yeah, you could obviously see there that the guy was crawling on the roof right there. There was more than enough time to get Trump down and out of the way. So why didn't it actually happen? I don't know. Was it on purpose? Was it just negligence? You know, this whole because there's been information that has come out that some of these Secret Service agents are actually angry about what happened because they have been requesting more assistance, and allegedly Kimberly Cheadle hasn't given it to them. They've asked for more resources, and she hasn't given it to them. And I believe it was Dan who said that he knows some of the agents personally, and they're good people. So I don't know. It's just, is it Kim? Maybe. I don't know. Y'all tell me. But if it is, that is bold. That's really bold. Y'all stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.